Hi, this is Kerry Arteg with Wicked Stocks bringing you your daily Apple report for Tuesday, April 2nd, 2024. Let's take a look at the charts. I'm going to start with this weekly chart here that goes back some 5 years or so, and that is that we have been anticipating but not yet testing the 167.19 channel bottom, this horizontal structure. It's been an objective now for, I want to say a month or so. It's still in reach this week. 167.19 is on the daily chart. Where are you? At 167.10. Just so you know. Now, let's jump to the day itself. 173.62 is a session containment level. I'm not expecting to see that today, but I'm pointing it out. That is our day resistance, possibly contained buying into later week, and if settled above, would be our next 3 to 5 day buy signal. So if we close above 173.62, all this talk of testing the 167.19 long-term support level I showed a moment ago will be sort of nullified, at least for the time being. If we close above 173.62, I would expect a test by the end of next week of this channel top at 179.16, which is really the beginning of a range of midterm resistance that can contain buying through April. We could fall away from here. Midterm resistance all the way up to weekly chart resistance this week at 183.40. And this is dropping, I think, about $1.30 a week. So next week it'll be 182.10, so forth and so on. It will drop and eventually converge with this formation at 179.16 over the next 2 to 3 weeks. So if we close above 173.62, that 179.16 all the way up to the 183.40 region becomes a 1 to 2 week target, essentially, where we could actually top out through April into May, fall away from here back into the 167 handle within a month or two of testing the upper 170s, low 180s. But overall, just keep in mind that long term, if you're of the near term investor, the long term investor, 167.19 is your spot. That can contain buying through the second quarter and into later year. From here, we could round up to this line here, which would become a channel top that is presently in the low 200s. I would call this a 3 to 5 month possibility following a test of 167.19. And if over the coming weeks we can close above this descending channel top at 183.40, probably within 2 to 3 months, we would push into the low 200s. Now, once again, to the downside, if we close below the 167.19 formation by a full 1% margin, 165.52 or lower on Friday, the Friday settlement of 165.52 or lower would set off a 3 to 5 month sell signal. Just the opposite. This is a long-term pivot point, above which we can rally into the low 200s, should over the next 3 to 5 months or so. And inversely, if we close below it, a 3 to 5 month sell signal down to 136.59. No good reason to be long Apple over the 3 to 5 month time frame if we close any week below that 167.19 formation. Let me get back to the day itself. We do have 169 even. That is the low settlement price from about a month ago. It is our intraday support level still. If we break 169 even, 167.19 I think is likely today, that long-term channel bottom. But until then, especially aggressive day traders can bottom pick 169 even. Day traders could buy 169 even. We just might put out a daily low here, and above which, or once tested, what have you, 173.62, some variation of this channel top in reach over the next few days. When I say some variation, I mean like if we break to 169 even today, we take out yesterday's 169.47 low, and so the channel top would be of a more slightly descending variety, but it would be a very similar structure. Upside, I have nothing but minor points until we reach 173.62, and we could test 173.62. I don't see an indication of that or an inclination for that, but you never know. If we push through, for instance, I don't even have it as a minor point, but 171.25 is Monday's high. I think if we push through it, you can respect the potential for 173.62 on an intraday basis, where we could top out for the day, possibly into later week, fall away again from here. So 173.62 well suited for not only day traders but even 3 to 5 day swing traders, especially with a settlement above 173.62, which I showed you a moment ago, closing above 173.62. We should by the end of next week, possibly by the end of this week, reach the 179.16 level. That is a profit-taking zone for 3 to 5 day swing traders and a short sale zone for 2 to 3, 3 to 5 week swing traders, because the 179.16 once again represents the beginning of a wide yet gradually narrowing range of midterm resistance up to 183.40 that can contain buying into May trade, and from there we could fall back into the 167 handle within a month or two of doing so. I think I've said it all. Let me finish one thing. If you're looking at this chart, you can see the former channel tops at 161.88 to 163.29, and those are formations that I could show again here. They were a significant zone. They still are significant. I don't want to diminish their importance. There's certainly a solid trade area. So, for instance, let's say that all breaks loose today, and we close today below 167.19. We certainly could, by Friday's close, test the 161.88 to 163.29 area, where what I would actually anticipate a weekly low. But as I've said before, I'm really honoring the sell signal below the 167.19 formation by the required 1% margin as our go-with sell signal through the second quarter. Playing the short side, that might mean reaching for instance, 138 or 140 strike out of the money puts that don't expire for at least 6 months. You might go a year out on that. Until then, as we're bottom picking 167.19 and you're more of a near-term swing trader, 3 to 5 week, 1 to 2 month swing trader, you might reach for 180 or 182 strike out of the money calls that don't expire. I would go at least 3 months out on that expiration. Or while you're at it, if you're a longer-term trader, you like to hold options for months on end, 3 to 5 months out. As we're testing 167.19, you might reach for 200 strike out of the money calls that don't expire. I would go a year out on this. I think this is more of a 3 to 5 month move, but you never know. I think a 1 year expiration, a little pricier than the 6 month expiration, but I think worth it in that you will, reduce your theta element, the time decay element, and preserve delta, the rate of change of that strike, of that option relative to the underlying stock, Apple, of course. So I think I'm going to leave it at that for Tuesday's Apple Report. Please click like, share, subscribe. Check out wickedstocks.com. We offer 2 stock picks a week besides the daily Triple Q and daily SPY analysis and a 5-day free trial to check it all out. That's all I have for Tuesday's Apple Report. I'll be back, of course, tomorrow with Wednesdays. You have a great day.